Oh. Oh my God. I'm like aging. My aging's accelerating. I don't know how to explain it. Like the last couple of weeks, I think I aged like 10 years. Maybe it's because my wife is now going to the gym. Yes. Yeah. And now I have to meal prep. That's great. She's meal prepping now, and the rest of the family is rotting on the vine. Yeah, I've been eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Because she's over here meal prepping, like cooking herself like a special dinner, and then me and my son is sitting there like Tom and Jerry in the backyard, pulling fish bones. Remember when Tom and Jerry used to pull the fish bones out of the garbage can? That's what we're like. We're like two fucking hobos eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches all day. You can only eat so many peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Ay, ay, ay. At this point in my life, I'm not eating health food. You got chicken breast? I can't choke down a chicken breast anymore. I did it half my life. I'm not doing it anymore. I simply put my foot down. I'm half dead! I'm not eating chicken breast anymore. I try to support her with her working out, but the other day I might have had too much to drink, and I sat her down and I said, listen, honey, with all this working out, we're half dead. She was like, what? I'm like, it's true, we're half dead. What are you going to the gym for? I mean, what's going on? Honestly, at this point in my life, I don't care if my wife's a fat pig. Just cook dinner. I just need to cook dinner. Do you understand? Oh my God. I go to Wendy's the other day. Oh, they got this pretzel burger. You ever have this pretzel burger with beer cheese and onion rings on it? Oh my God. I opened the package. The thing was shining. It was like somebody just put it in the fucking, the ball washer at the bowling alley. Remember when they had that thing? If I ever have a man cave, I want a ball washer. This is when people took pride. I've been to the bowling alley lately. They don't have the ball washer anymore. You ever see this thing? It was like a big washing machine. And you put your ball on the top. Yeah, you put like $1.50 in there. Then you pull your ball out. It looks like somebody just sprayed it with clear coat. Oh my God. Anyhow. This hamburger was so shiny when I opened. I said, am I going to put this in the human body right now? I said, this goes against like everything that I've read for the last 20 years. And it was the most delicious hamburger I ever ate. Ashka. Sip of coffee for that pretzel bun. Whose idea was that? By Christ. The only thing was, it should have came with a pack of cigarettes. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. If I'm running a fast food joint, every bag of food, there's nothing like a cigarette after a fast food meal. You understand? That was what, me and my buddy, we used to go to Checkers every single night for like 2 years straight. No lie. And we'd eat Checkers, champ burger, double champ burger with cheese, lettuce, the works. And then there was a cigarette afterwards. We'd be sitting in my T-Bird. There's nothing better than a cigarette after fast food. What are we going to do tonight? That was the big discussion. Like, freedom abound. Do you understand? We'll go cruising. I got this girl's number. Oh, call her up. We'll go over there. Endless adventures. We're going out to the club. There's like so many things to get excited about. You get it? If I ran a fast food place, every single meal that went out, there'd be a Lucy in there. That's right, buddy. Smoke up. Smoke up, for God's sake. What kind of American are you? Oh. I remember I think I ate Checkers, and then I was going out with this girl, and I would go to a house every night with Checkers. I'd eat Checkers, then I'd go to a house, and then me and the whole family would sit in front of the TV and smoke cigarettes and watch Jeopardy. I mean, this is like the greatest thing ever. And then, you know, what I liked about watching Jeopardy with them, like I was always intimidated to watch Jeopardy with my father because he was really good at Jeopardy. Like he'd even say like, what is, who is? I'm like, how, what? What? I never even understood that. Why are you answering with a question? I still don't understand it. But what I used to like is when I would go over my girlfriend's house, her father was dumb as shit. So he'd just be yelling out answers. So I would yell out answers too, because if I was wrong, I didn't care. He was dumb as shit. So I'd yell out answers. They were wrong. He would yell out answers. They were wrong. We all, it was great. We were all happy. I'm like, oh, I'm wrong. It's okay. Wrong again. I win. I mean, they had the ashtray. I know I talk about this all the time. I don't care. They had that burnt orange ashtray like this. It was like I don't know what it was. Like this huge bowl. It was like a platter that you would serve hors d'oeuvres on. But the center had the ridge with all the slots that you park your cigarettes in there. It had parking for like 20 cigarettes. I'm like, what, when they built this ashtray, did they expect the Rat Pack to show up? What a marvelous ashtray. I gotta get one of these things. I tell you what, it reminds me of a time. Yeah. And then he would tell me, he was a cop, he would tell me cop stories, you know. How he used to dress up like a bum. They'd dress him up like a drunk bum on the subway. And put like a Rolex watch on him. And then there'd be other cops on the subway that would dress like bums too. Then somebody would come through the train, try to rob his watch, and then they'd all jump him and beat the shit out of him. Hey, listen, street justice. Maybe throw him off the subway at speed. I don't know. I'm in. This is back, he was a cop back when it was like Death Wish in the cities. You understand? You know, every store had the roll-up metal grate in front of it. Yeah. Spray paint all over the place. Graffiti. Beach Street. Remember watching Beach? Oh, what the fuck? Hey, listen, Callahan here. Where's Rita? Oh. All right. I'm wearing sweatpants here. I know. That's great. I put gel in my hair and I'm wearing sweatpants. All right. Do you understand what kind of person you're dealing with here? I said, this is ridiculous. I'm like, you know, I floss and brush my teeth for this show, and I even put on a spritz of cologne. You're welcome. I'm sitting there. I stopped myself so halfway through the cologne spritz. I'm like, what am I doing? My God, I gotta smell good for the audience. What do you mean? Yeah, I know. I'm cracking up in the head. And just like that, we're scanning for crimes. Yeah. We got our tenants for like downstairs of like the last 6 years. They're moving out. Yes, with about 3 days notice. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, now we can go scrape the fried food oil and grease off the ceiling and the walls. Because for some reason, Dominicans can't make a meal without frying it. It looks like the Amityville Horror House in here. You know how there was like blood coming from the walls in the Amityville Horror House? Yeah, we have grease coming from... This is the Dominican Horror House. Now, and then when they're packing... I noticed they're packing up their car. They were good tenants. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now. They were good tenants. They could have had a little more sex. I mean, come on. I'm in the computer room, like trying to edit the show here. I'm like, can you guys start fucking, please? Come on. Can I get a little action over here? Just, I was quiet. These people, they never did anything. I don't know. It's either that or they were like, I don't know. They were like the stealth bombers of sex. I never knew when it was happening. What do you want from me? I'm only human. Somebody in this house has got to have sex. All right. So anyway, I'm like, can I be in charge of, allowing the new tenant in? Like, can I do the screening for the new tenant? I'll put an ad in the newspaper. College girls wanted. Room for college girls right next to, I don't know, not near any colleges, but hey, any college girls need a place to stay? There's going to be a physical fitness test involved here. Yes. Touching of the toes. All right. Anyhow. And then my wife, by the way, they're packing up the car outside, so I go outside and I extend my hand. I say, the guy's named Paulino. I say, hey, Paulino, good luck in the new place. It was nice having you guys here. And he goes, oh, thanks you. Very good. Thanks you. And it was right then when I realized, like, the guy didn't understand a fucking word I was saying. Yeah. So at that moment, I felt like saying, hey, I wouldn't mind parking my tongue in your wife's hairy asshole. He would have been like, oh, thanks you very much. Thanks you. Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do? Can somebody speak English around here? That's all I asked for. And by the way, I only went out there to shake his hand for my own, it was for me. So I felt like I'm such a great guy. Let's face it. I didn't care if he drove the car out of the driveway and then a fucking bus rolled his car over and he died. I just went out there to feel good about myself. I know. What are you going to do? And then my wife. Oh, you got to work on the basement now. We got to have it ready for the... I said, listen to me right now. She wants to bang holes through the concrete walls. Okay, put windows in. Rip out the kitchen. Rip out the bathroom. Rip out the sheetrock. I love this. I love all her little plans. Rip out the sheetrock like it's no big deal. You can do that. Rip out the sheetrock. Yeah. What are you talking about? Rip out? There's nothing wrong with the walls. She wants to rip out. It's like she wants to renew everything. She wants to gut the basement. And this is where I put my foot down. And I said, I ain't got time for this. I'm running the greatest, you don't understand. I'm running the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization. This is exactly how I told her. I don't have time for this. I'm working on 3 projects at the same time over here. My brain is melting. I don't know if you could tell by my face. My brain is melting. I ain't got time for your basement. I said, go hire somebody. I don't care how much it costs. I'm foaming at the mouth because it's a very upsetting topic for me. Her stepdaughter just had a guy run through, she just bought a home. She hired a guy. He went through the house in like a week and remodeled the whole fucking house. I said, call him up right now. She calls him up. The guy comes over. I walk in the door later on. I'm like, what happened? She goes, he wants $7,000 to fix up the basement. I said, pay him the $7,000. Pay him the $7,000. You got to understand something. I've arrived at a place in my head. Like, I'm an eternity past any type of thinking she can do. I see it all. I am the all-seeing. Do you understand? It's like I'm taking the spice from Arrakis. No. She's got a guy. I have somebody that can do it cheaper. I said, all right, whatever. All of a sudden, I'm at my eyeball's about to fly out of my head because you don't know what I'm dealing with here. I'm at my dining room table. I'm working on something. I don't know, some type of fucking mailing something out or something. God knows what I was doing. And all of a sudden, the door kicks open. And in comes this fucking guy. This complete stranger comes walking into my house. And I looked up, and it was like Death Wish. What was it? What was the Death Wish scene? Was it 3, where Charles Bronson breaks into the mobster's house, and he's in the kitchen, and he's like looking through all the drawers and whatnot, and the guy comes home, and he walks in the kitchen, and he's like, "The fuck are you doing here?" And Charles Bronson's like this. He looks at him, he goes, "I'm making a sandwich." That might be my most favorite Charles Bronson line of all time.
Come on out, asshole. Come on out. And what the fuck are you doing here?
I was making a sandwich.
That, and when he sees the punk down in the parking garage, remember? And he goes, "You believe in Jesus?" And you see this like shaved, the kid's got the wackiest haircut you've ever seen. And like tattoos, like chains, like he looks like the biggest dirtbag on planet Earth. And he's like, "Yes, I do." And then Charles Bronson goes, "Well, you're gonna meet him." And he shoots him right in the belly. I love it.
You believe in Jesus? Yes, I do. Well, you're going to meet him.
I love it. Anyhow, the guy comes walking through the door. I'm like, I just like this. I went, "Who the fuck are you?" And then he's like, Next thing you know, my wife comes through the door. And then all of a sudden, he like wraps his arms around my wife's waist and starts giving her a kiss. Yeah. This guy is handyman hug and kiss all of a sudden. This guy, oh, let me tell you something right now. And then I'm like, oh, maybe she knows him. Maybe they slept together. I don't know. So now I try to, I'm like, oh, this is the guy. So I go over there and I'm trying to get in the conversation. It's nothing but Spanish, of course. So I'm just sitting there like a dodo bird. And this guy is sitting there looking my wife up and down. He's going like this, from the eyes down to the crotch, up to the eyes, down to the crotch, like an oscillating fan. And I'm sitting there looking at this guy. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? And not only that, he's got like this lazy-eyed look on his face. I don't know how to explain it. Ba. He goes downstairs. They're downstairs for like a half an hour. I don't know what they're doing down there, for all I know. And to be honest with you, at this point, I don't even care. I tell you what, if my wife cheats on me, it's like she just cut the chain. You understand? I'll be on a flight to Brazil tomorrow. Okay, you got to understand. That's what a lot of women don't realize with their husbands. All right, if they drop there's a lot of guys you cheat on them, they fall to pieces. You understand? Their life is over. Oh my God, you cheated on me! Ah, I'm gonna jump off a bridge. I ain't jump. The only thing I'm jumping into is a pile of fucking 19-year-olds. Okay, in cheerleader outfits. You got it? So go ahead, cheat, make my day. You kidding me? You don't even know the kind of party I'm throwing. But I'm a faithful guy. So, listen. Anyhow. He takes off. She comes upstairs. He's going to do it for $2,200. Okay? Now listen to me right now. I'm sitting there looking at her with like Godzilla eyes. Remember Godzilla, when Godzilla got wacky and he got those eyes like... You understand? I'm looking at it with Godzilla eyes because I got news for you right now. Okay? The difference between 7,000... let me do the math here. The difference between 7,000 and 2,200 is almost $5,000. I'm no math expert. Okay? But something's fishy. Something is fishy here. You got it? And let me tell you how it goes. Okay? First day he comes over, by the way, he does his regular job first, and then he comes over at 6 o'clock at night to work on the basement. Strike one! This is my bedtime. So now I'm going to bed like this. Boom, bang, crash. Crash, boom, bang, bing, crash, boom. Yes. Crash, bang, boom. Now I'm vibrating out of the bed. You ever see how, Bugs Bunny vibrates out of the bed and he's like hovering in the air and all of a sudden he's like crash onto the floor? That's me. He's bashing the holes in the concrete. This is what I'm in bed seething. You understand? Then the next day I come home from work and the entire basement is ripped out. And where is it? On the side of the house. Yes. There's no garbage disposal. You understand? This guy doesn't pull up with a roll-off dumpster. His roll-off dumpster is the side of my house! Right. So now I have to throw out the trash. You see how this works? Now I'm like Johnny Cash. What's that song where he builds the Cadillac one part at a time? He works for Cadillac and he brings home one part at a time and he builds the Cadillac. Yes. Now I gotta siphon little pieces of drywall and molding, and I gotta bundle it up and I gotta gradually throw it out without pissing off the garbage men to no extent. Okay, the garbage men that I don't really have a great relationship with because we almost had a race war in front of my house. Yeah. So now I got to put out cabinets slowly. So now the side of my house looks like a heap of shit for now the last month. I got people coming over there like, wow, what happened? Yes, we're saving money. Do you understand? Thank you, honey. We're saving money. It's great. It's great. Yeah, so I come home to that. Then my wife comes home from work. She goes, babe, we got to go to Home Depot. And I'm like, oh yeah, why? You got to get a new broom or something? What do we got to get at Home Depot? Plants for the front of the house? No, we got to get the supplies. I'm like, what? Yeah, the sheetrock and the screws and the plaster and the paint. Now we got to go get the supplies. Do you understand where this is going? So I got to spend 9 hours in Home Depot buying all the wrong shit. You understand? Because, of course, everything I buy is wrong. I get the wrong type of sheetrock. I was supposed to get the green instead of the white one. Yes. The wrong drywall compound. He likes the lightweight. I buy the tape. Drywall tape. Everybody uses drywall tape. No, he likes a different type of drywall tape. yes, everything's wrong. So we gotta go back. We gotta return stuff. And then he comes over and it's another hug and it's another kiss because he's Richard Dawson of Carpenters. It's a hug, it's a kiss. He can't keep his mitts off my wife. You get it? And here's the coup de grace. Here's the coup de grace. This isn't the coup de grace. The coup de grace set me off into into low Earth orbit, by the way. That's not the coup. Here we go. Next thing you know, my wife is cooking dinner and there's an extra place at the table. An extra plate. And I said, oh, who's coming over? Your mother's coming over for dinner? She goes, no, this is for the carpenter. I was like, whoa, what? I gotta eat with this guy now? Now she's cooking. And not only that, the dinner is extra special. It's not like the slop we normally eat. All of a sudden, it's like salmon with like an Anjou sauce. I'm like, what? He's got this big heaping glass of crushed ice. She's using my Coke in a can. This guy's over here eating like a king. And then they're sitting at the dinner table like I'm not even there. I was like, should I light a candle for you two? And just hit the road? And they're back. And she's laughing. Everything he says is funny. I'm like, who's this? The Rodney Dangerfield? The Spanish people? And I'm sitting there like a fucking mamook. Like bent over my plate. Like I for some reason, my posture's bad. And then I make a joke. So I'm trying to get the digs on this guy. I'm like, hey, so how long you been married for? So trying to bring up bring him a little guilt. And he says something like 20-something years. So I'm like, 20-something years? I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, what's the secret? How come you haven't, I don't know what I said. Something like, how come you haven't wrung a neck yet or something like that? And he says something like, because I love my wife. And my wife looks at me like, see? And I'm like, you prick cocksucker. I felt like launching out of my chair. I said, you fucking prick cocksucker. How dare you come over here and tell me that you're happily married? What kind of man are you? Well, here's the straw that broke the camel's back. So I go use it. Dinner's over. All right, he's sitting there with a toothpick, like picking his teeth. I'm like, what? I'm like, hey, buddy, can I get you my fucking bathrobe? Huh? Maybe you can get you a pair of my underwear. Why don't you go to the toilet and take the shit of your life in my bathroom while you're at it? What else could go? What else can we do for you? Huh? So the coup de grace is, I wind up going into the bathroom. So he eats and he goes back downstairs to work. Okay? And then all of a sudden I hear like bachata down there. I'm like, all right, he's listening to the radio, whatever. What am I going to do? So now I'm going to go wash the dishes, right? Yes, that's right. I'm going to put on my apron and my high heels and I'm going to start washing the dishes. Let me tell you something right now. Can we go back to the 1950s? Did a man even touch a dish rag back then? I want to know. I want to sit there and use the dishes like an ashtray when I'm done eating. Okay? Here, clean that. I throw the dishes on the floor, break them. I have this fantasy like I don't have to do dishes. I'll be in the living room with my slippers on, smoking a cigarette while my wife is washing the dishes with an apron on. Isn't that how it's supposed to go? Anyhow. So I go to wash the dishes, and my only saving grace, all right, is my wife got me a little JBL speaker. I love this little JBL speaker. You understand, for my birthday, even though she uses it more than I do. I think it's a gift she bought herself, to be honest with you. But I love this little JBL speaker. It sounds great. And the only way I can do dishes is if I listen to music, all right? I'll put on a little Van Halen, Mean Streets. Oh, my God. Mean Streets? Oh. That intro to Mean Streets and then the solo. Oh, I could cry. Why did we lose Eddie Van Halen? So I get on my phone and I go to Bluetooth and I go to connect to my little speaker. I'm like, that's funny. What's wrong with my phone? It's not working right. I look up, the speaker's gone. I'm like, where's my speaker? So I say to my wife, I say, honey. What are you asleep?
46 dispatch report.
Female back pain. How bad is your back pain? How bad is your back pain that you're calling an ambulance this time in the morning? Oh my God. It better be back pain from washing dishes. Or you're out of here. Listen. I say to my wife, I'm like, honey, what happened to my speaker? She's like, oh, it's downstairs with Senor Hug and Kiss. And let me tell you something. I don't even want to tell you. It got ugly. You know how your lip curls under like this? It was the straw that broke the camel's back. The front lip curls under like this. Do you understand? I told her, I said, you go down there and you get my fucking speaker right now. And then she looks at me like, it's overblown now. It's a silent spell. We haven't talked for 3 days. I really don't give a fuck. Listen, roll the theme song. All right? I just swear I got to listen to Mean Streets. Do you get it? Come on. Come on. Are you kidding me? Come on. And the tape comes out. Christ's sake. I'm rolling a dance song here. You're out of here. All right. One more crack at the theme song. Come on. Come on, Jake. Yeah. All right. What do we got here today? Listen. We got a couple packages here. All right. I was supposed to open this one before Halloween. Is this Halloween themed? I'm sorry. I got a couple packages backed up. Please be patient with me. If you did send a package, we're gonna open it. Okay. It's just a matter of time. Johnny Blade. Let's go. Oh, coming all the way from... This one's coming from Dave from Ohio. Ohio. Yeah. That's right. What? Bowling Green, Ohio? Yes? There's some tractor pulling going on over there. Bowling Green. How about Owings Mills, Maryland? I don't know why I thought of that, but that was Motor Week. It's Motor Week. Remember? Send in your mail to Motor Week, Owings Mills, Maryland. Certain things like that put a state on the map or a town. Okay? Owings Mills, Maryland. Motor Week. That's when when you used to write a letter to your favorite show. All right? Yeah. I used to write letters to Turbo Team, TurboGrafx Team, yes. NEC, TTI, Turbo Technologies Incorporated. I'd write letters. That's right. Oh my God, put a gun in my mouth. To be honest with you, sitting there writing a letter. You got to write the letter, goddammit. Then you got to mail the letter. It's going to take a year and a half to get there. A year and a half for them to read it. A year and a half for them to respond. And a year and a half for you to get it back in the mail. It's like, by the time I wrote the Turbo Team, the PlayStation was coming out. By the time I got the letter back. Oh, Jesus H. Jesus H. What's going on here? We got a note. Hold on a second here. Got a note here. I don't want to rip it. Go make something. Hey, Bithead. I've been watching the show for about a year now after meeting Chris from Classic Gaming Quarterly. Oh, you get to meet Chris. Right. Were you intimidated by his perfect diction? By the way, I'm very intimidated by Chris's perfect diction. It's ridiculous. Yeah. He's got a great voice for the show that he does. It's very nice to listen to. I feel like that person that's talking knows what the fuck they're talking about when they have great diction. You can get away with a lot when you have good diction. Yes. Chris from Classic Gaming Quarterly at a convention, and he told me about your projects and videos. Wow, thank you, Chris. Hey, thank you, Chris. We greatly appreciate that. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Thanks for sharing your stories and your art and helping me make this crazy year more fun. I know view counts can make it feel like some projects didn't do as well. Yeah, basically. Basically, they do. As others, but I know they're all inspirational to those of us who have had a chance to watch. Thanks for the hard work and dedication. We appreciate it. Dave Knoptop? Knoptop? I guess that's his username there. There we go. And go make something. There you go. Who's that woman right there? I don't know. She's pissed. And she's got a gun. A revolver. Oh, brother. So what is this right here? Oh, my God. Is this another thing we're going to have to carry on my person? You know, as I get older, I just want to dress like Clint Eastwood from A Fistful of Dollars. I'm going to cross over into that insane... Like, I don't really care anymore. Like, I don't care what my wife thinks. Look at this. What is this? It's a Switchblade Pen. Jesus Christ, I can't tell. Look at it. And it works. It works, unlike every pen in my house. I have these gel ink pens. You know what I want? I just want one of those big pens. They write all the time. No, I have gel ink pens. My wife buys these gel ink pens. They don't work. And they skip. When you write, they skip. Like it'll be like bald spot, then it'll write again. These are the problems that they had with ballpoint pens when they first came out in like the 30s. Yes. When they had inkwell pens and then they switched to ballpoint and everybody hated ballpoint pens because they would skip. I'm dealing with that now. You couldn't get that right. In the 80s, we had pens, they worked fine. Now all of a sudden, pens don't work. There you go. This is what I would sign an important contract with. Yeah, go to the bank, you get the loan. You know, the guy sitting there in the three-piece suit. Mr. Burns, we approved your loan. Here's the paperwork, and you sign it. And it's like, hey, where do I sign? And they're like, oh boy, we made a mistake. You have your suit on and everything, like you're proper too, and then you pull this out. I'm ready to put my Hancock. All right. Oh shit! What is this? Oh my god! Look at this! They're all ping pong balls. Look at this, with eyeballs drawn on. Did you draw all these eyeballs? Look at this. I think he took the time to draw on all these. This reminds me of the Jimi Hendrix shirt I used to have. I used to have this. It wasn't tie-dye. It was a Jimi Hendrix shirt with the flying eyeball. I don't know how that became one of his things. There we go. I look like this. This looks like a woman that I work with at work. She must have like the most incredible blood pressure you've ever seen. She's like this, and she's always stressed out. You know what she always says? This is my impression of her. They tell me to do 8 hours. I do 8 hours. I don't care. That's it. If they want any more, I don't care. I just do my 8 hours and leave. I don't care. You know, it's one of these people that doesn't care so much that you could tell that they care an extreme lot. Yeah. I don't care. I do my 8 hours and then I leave. I don't care. I don't care. Yes, you do. You care a lot. Okay, we can see right through your fucking huge eyeballs popping out. Wow, underneath all those eyeballs, we have... What is this? Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you didn't. Okay, let me take this stuff out of here. What is this? Oh, boy, this is special. This, I could see one thing's going right up in the office. Look at this. 1983, Volume 1, Number 7, Electronic Fun with Computers and Games. Oh my God, the sucker is in beautiful condition. Oh, exclusive Atari 400 and 800. Look at this. Look at this. You know what it was like back in the early 80s to see Pac-Man? You know, we're pampered by the internet these days where you can get saturated with everything you love. But back then, if you loved Pac-Man, you would see maybe the game in front of you at home. Not even when it was in the arcade and it wasn't even available. You go out, you see the arcade, and then you go home and wonder about it. Pac-Man, Pac-Man, Pac-Man. It would make you crazy. And you just want Pac-Man. And you see like a Pac-Man t-shirt. You're like, oh my God, Pac-Man, Pac-Man. But you couldn't satiate like your desire, your hunger to see Pac-Man. Because you couldn't just I'd go online and see a million pictures of Pac-Man, read every article, do the research, and then you're done in a matter of an hour. So it was so exciting to see stuff like this. Look at this. Oh, Time Pilot in the arcade? Oh my God, I'll play it on my ColecoVision when it comes out. Oh, yeah. Look at that. The Pro Stick. Going, Gone. E.T. Zaxxon. Oh, wait, this is something else. Baja Buggies. The Timex Sinclair 1000. Okay, Okay. Okay, name this gamer. Look at this guy. Oh, yeah. Nothing like... Gilbert. His name is Gilbert. Yes, he'll be going to college soon. With Booger. Top secret. Pole position. I mean, wow, this is great toilet reading. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My God. My God. Oh, this is very special. This is going in a frame, and it's being hung in my office. Look at that. Oh, it's from 1984. Jim Cramer! No, Bob Chandler! This is going way back. This is when Bob Chandler used to drive with the cowboy hat on. Look at how much pride went into the... This is polished, wheels polished. Yes, not like these dirtbag monster trucks that come out now with the top ripped off, half ripped off. But that's okay. This was a performer. Look, they didn't pre-crush the cars. You get it? Bigfoot had a hard time getting over those cars. You didn't know whether he was going to break an axle, he was going to snap a kingpin, the drive shaft was going to come flying out the side.
Giant! Kurt Dabney out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, and he stands it right up on its end and right over the top of them. These guys are serious. He's broke a drive shaft. Look underneath the truck. The rear drive shaft is just flopping around, going everywhere. They're going to take him right on out of the arena. But there's a shot of that rear giant drive shaft just flopping. The U-joints broke on it. Got so high in the air that when it did, the U-joint, the drive shaft, snapped in two.
This was uncharted territory back then with the big block 460 twin Predator carburetors hanging out of the hood. Yes. I remember we had this guy. I used to go to school for mechanical engineering. He came to school with a Mustang 2. Okay? I got news for you right now. Back in the early 90s, if you were driving a Mustang 2, they're starting to get cool again. Okay, they were never cool, but they're starting to get cool now. He had a Mustang 2, and he was the biggest. Everybody else had a 5.0 Mustang, this type of thing. Camaros, this type of thing. You understand? He comes rolling in with a Chevelles. You understand? I had a Thunderbird, which was completely uncool too. A 77 Thunderbird. To me, I loved it. But he had a Mustang 2 with a Predator carburetor hanging out of the hood. If you know anything about Predator carburetors, they were the most aggressive carburetor you could put on a car. It was basically, we used to call it the toilet bowl, because it was a variable Venturi carburetor. This is the stuff, unless you had a monster truck, unless you had like a big block that was like 500 cubic inches long, you couldn't put a fucking Predator on you. And we all used to laugh at him because you put a Predator carburetor on this smogged out, 302, small block. It's just so funny. The car would barely run, but he was so proud of that Predator carburetor. That carburetor was just insane. Wow, this is very special. Of course, we know Bigfoot is the king of monster trucks. I don't care what Monster Jam says. Okay, Gravedigger couldn't shine Bigfoot's shoes. You get it? That's right. Well, go back to the 90s when it was head-to-head competition between Bigfoot and Gravedigger. Bigfoot would smoke them every time. Every time. I love this. I really love this. I'll cherish this. Yes, St. Louis, Missouri. That's the address right there. That's the address for Bigfoot. Let me just go over there and knock on the door. Where's Jim Cramer? And that's back when a monster truck could hurt your neck. Remember Jim Cramer used to hang out the window like Ace Ventura. and his head would be snapping all over the place. He's in a wheelchair right now. He's paralyzed. I don't care what you say. No, there's like 500,000. Oh my God. Are you serious? Oh my God. Look at this. I'm the baker, the boom boom shaker, the mightiest of mud ducks, the prince of poundage, the king of calibration. This is postmarked from before that video. So how did you even... I must have mentioned this in an older show. Oh my God, look at that. That was my call when I would get on the radio. Yeah. And my whole mission with my CB radio was to get on and just irritate everybody alive. Yes, we all know that. And here we go. Here's another thing right here. Oh my God, what is this? I'm gonna have to get... I just want to make sure I'm not... Look at this. It's the commercial. I just want to see what's in the back here. Yeah. Yes, it's the ad for Bayou Billy. Oh my God. Remember seeing this ad? Are you kidding me? I wanted Bayou Billy so badly. But for some reason, every time I went to go buy Bayou Billy, I wound up buying something else. But I remember not only seeing this ad, but seeing the huge spread that Nintendo Power did of Bayou Billy. And I think this is appropriate right now. Wow. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. Wow, that's a fantastic package. I really love that. Yes, this is going directly into the office. I can't wait to hang it. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so proud to hang that. Do you understand when Bigfoot used to get on top of those cars, the flash bulbs used to go off? I don't think people realize that. It was the old cameras where you put the cube flash bulbs on. And I got news for you. Those cubes weren't cheap. So every snap of a picture was like, I don't know, a quarter. Back in the 80s, Bigfoot used to go up in the air, maybe a little bit, do like a little wheelie and crush a car. And then the flash bulbs would be like, it was a sight. It was a real sight. And you'll never see that again. No. Unless everybody starts going out and buying cameras with flash bulbs. Let's check out, just for fun, let's play a little Bayou Billy. I never played it before. Picture time! Ah. Get the old controller. Of course, we're piped into the old Sansui 1010. Very, very thoughtful package, Dave. Very, very thoughtful. Thank you for that. It's really special. Okay. Let's move you guys into position. Isn't this cozy? Yes, it is. Here we go. Get you guys right in here. All right. Bayou Billy. We have the Bayou Billy soundtrack. Never played the game. Something definitely wrong with that. What are we gonna do? Go kill some crocs? Blah. You gotta understand, Bayou Billy was right on the heels of Crocodile Dundee, and that was such like a huge hit of a movie. The idea that we were gonna get a video game like this was like, everybody was all. I mean, let me tell you something. When Crocodile Dundee came out, what a great time to be Australian, huh? Oh my God, it must have been just like a pussy fest. All right, here we go. Okay, we don't have to go far. Listen, look, I don't even know how to spell Bayou. Here we go. B-A-Y, right? Am I wrong? Oh boy. Yeah. Yes, I am wrong. Bayou. B-Y? What? All right. Yeah, it's B-A... Oh boy. B-A-Y. Where's Bayou Billy? You gotta be kidding me. It's not here? You gotta be kidding me. Am I stupid? What? Am I looking in the wrong place? Bad dudes. How do I know I'm going to pass it? This is outrageous. It says right here, B-A-Y. Oh, The Adventures of. All right, so maybe it's under A. Adventures of? Adventures of Bayou Billy. Of course. Of course. Jesus Christ, how's my mic doing? All right. Why don't we have sound here? Where's the sound? Wait a second here.
The Adventures of Bayou Billy.
You know how many times I would have made my mother listen to that? Look, Ma, they're talking! They're talking! And then she's like, yeah, where was the morning after pill when I needed it? All right, here we go. This stage used a controller. Oh yeah, listen to that. Punch, kick. That's all you need. All right. Oh boy. Jesus Christ. All right, and we got to jump. Both buttons together, jump. All right, here we go. What is this guy, just walking around? Look, I'm kicking both their asses at the same time. Oh boy. Alright, this game is very hard. Hold on a second. Oh, come on! Hold on a second. By the way, who dresses like this in the jungle? I'd like to know. Not Bayou Billy, these guys. It's like the guys from Double Dragon. All of a sudden they're in the jungle. These are gang members in the jungle, please. They're out of their element. Oh, food. I missed it. Oh, damn it. Come on. I'm thinking maybe I could jump kick my way out of this. You know why they're dropping so much food over here? Because they know this is impossible. I can read between the lines. Oh, honey, how was your day in the bayou? Oh, I got jumped by 3 guys. Yeah, it's the biggest wilderness of wilderness. Yeah, there was 3 ninjas in the bayou. No, they were gang members, by the way. Get the fuck out of here. Whoa! All right. Oh, yeah. What, we got Crocs? Whoa! Whoa! I'm out of here, baby! I'm like Richard Pryor in the toy when he runs across the water. That's it. Drop the rocks. Drop the rocks. Oh, a bat comes out of nowhere. Right. Come here. Jesus Christ. Look, these guys must be Puerto Rican. They're throwing rocks. All right. We get the picture. Guys, got it. All right, out of here. Do you realize that you just tuned into the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization? And you better believe that. With the 4K face! We'll see you next time.